In 1967, the Western Australian Institute of Technology opened its doors, a new type of higher education provider for a new post-war era. Waite's early leaders had a bold vision for what this new institute could become. This forward-looking leadership has continued across the decades. Highly respected technical educator Dr Hayden Williams was the first of these innovative leaders. As Waite's inaugural director, he embraced a broad view of technology that saw the arts flourish as much as the sciences. He quickly established Waite's reputation as a practical and inclusive higher education provider and steered it through a dramatic period of growth in the 1970s. In 1980, the dynamic Dr Don Watts took the helm. He led the national push for Australian tertiary institutions to attract overseas fee-paying students, and he succeeded in his controversial ambition to gain university status for Waite so that it could make the most of its early success.
Don Watts was absolutely exceptional. He was a man with extraordinary vision because he saw the opportunity to change Waite to a university status.
He was pioneering, he was bright, he was outrageous sometimes, but did he make a difference?
In 1987, Waite became Curtin, the first University of Technology in Australia. Professor John Maloney took on the leadership of the new entity the next year, building on the progressive agenda already established by his predecessors.
Curtin at that time had become quite well known in various areas. It had pockets of great research here. It was known as an institution where teaching was very much valued. It had a smaller international reputation, but it had started on that. And those were the things that I was interested in: internationalising the university, building up the research base, building on the teaching base.
John Maloney would also oversee the building of the John Curtin Centre, which created a new physical heart for the Bentley campus and announced its arrival as a university of consequence. When Professor Lance Toomey took over in the late 1990s, government funding was tightening, but Curtin had a strong growth agenda.
The sorts of things I had in mind were really related very much to expanding the number of programs we had, looking at the quality of staff, the quality of students that we had coming through to it, developing in a much bigger way our research profile, looking at a greater community, a better interactive community.
During Lance Toomey's decade as Vice-Chancellor, he championed a number of important issues close to his heart, promoting more women to senior roles, encouraging more Indigenous and disadvantaged students to study at Curtin, and strengthening the university's multicultural profile. Decisive leadership would also see Curtin open its first offshore campus when some high-profile visitors from Sarawak, Malaysia came knocking on the university's door.
We came to an arrangement very soon wherein we provided the intellectual content, the program, the academic direction. They provided the money and the site. They came to us in February of '98. We had students starting in temporary quarters in Sarawak in '99.
Curtin's vision for growth and international expansion would continue, even in difficult times.
I came to be Chancellor after the untimely death of our very wonderful Chancellor Harry Perkins. People would say that was a period when the university grew very fast. Our international students' numbers increased vastly. And that was in spite of the fact that we had to deal with the Asian financial crisis.
When Professor Jeanette Hackett became Vice-Chancellor in 2006, she further strengthened Curtin's international profile, its research reputation and its financial foundations.
When I look back, I think we've done really well as a team in strengthening our research. A strong research performance through focus leads to an international reputation. So we've done that really well. In the period I was in the Vice-Chancellor's role also, we grew. We grew by 50%, and that is huge. And it's with that large footprint that we're able to deliver really top quality services. And it also led to really strong financial outcomes because we needed to have the money to invest in our research, to invest in wonderful facility for our students and for our staff and for our partners.
With the support of a council highly focused on efficient governance, Curtin was able to undertake some major new initiatives to position the university for great things.
Curtin Singapore was something we started. The foundation was another thing we started. The Australian Sustainable Development Institute was another initiative that was begun. There were many initiatives, and it's fair to say the real push for a medical school started then.
It's just moving on and on and on. I mean, we've got a magnificent medical school now, we've got a law school, Greater Curtin seems to be happening all around us. You know, it's just exciting. It's not going to stop. Curtin sees its role as moving Western Australia and the region forward, being the innovators, making this an attractive place to live and to invest and to be educated. That's leadership, and I think Curtin's doing really well at it.
Curtin thanks all of its wonderful Chancellors and Vice-Chancellors who over the past 50 years have helped shape it into the successful global university it is today.